day roster.
For the 24-man roster being as versatile as I am, I can play anywhere on the field, and we need right-handed pinch hitting off the bench, and I can run a little bit, so that should help also.
The utility player label doesn't bother Lloyd. After 7 years in the minors, anything will do just to prove he belongs. And then there's the 24 homers last year in AAA ball.
He does a lot of things, and he does them well, but most of all, he swings that bat. And those guys are hard to find.
How many did you get? I don't even know. 1 inch.
The calisthenics are a snap, and Lloyd has made a lot of friends here. Yes, there's competition in this camp. There's also camaraderie with the likes of Eric Davis and Cal Daniels, rookies just last year having a little fun. And the fun continues as the time to hit, catch, and field arise. Lloyd's ability to catch help his chances even more because the Reds carry only 2 on the roster. And it's also what Lloyd likes best.
My preference right now would be catching. That would really be my most valuable spot for this team, especially you can be a third catcher or a backup catcher or whatever. And, I know I can do it all, but I want to work on my catching right now.
Spacing, and if he gives and he hits you, he knows he didn't hit you, he's on the plate. So if you got to just maybe out here.
Lloyd gets a little help from a friend and assumes the crouch position for the day. Pitch after pitch, pitcher after pitcher. An aching body to come, no doubt. Lloyd takes his turns at the other positions to stay sharp. That, along with the batting, breaks some of the monotony of catching. Being in front of the plate sure beats being behind it. Comparing bats and techniques with Nick Ossowski helps Lloyd settle into a groove. Then it's more batting. Swing after swing after swing. Pounding away at that old horsehide. The day continues on as, one by one, players start to end their daily routines. The batting and catching are done for the day, but there's more. A player's strength is tested every spring, and Lloyd is no different. It doesn't look fun. There certainly was some pain, but there's more as Lloyd works on his wrist strength. The working day ends about 2 as it's time to rest and take off those red shoes. A day of more testing is behind him.
We're getting ready to roll now. Something fall, high ball. We got strikes. No.
When nighttime rolls around, Lloyd checks out all the angles of a friendly pool game with some others from the Reds camp. A game of 8-ball is like baseball. Plenty of hustle and strategy do the job.
Hit it too hard. It's like them line drives every night.
But this night is more about wisecracking than the color of money.
It's all over. You had your chance.
And is also almost over. Cal Daniels tops off the night with a win for he and teammate McClendon.
Yeah. I see you. Give it up. Ain't with it. Next.
The next might be a place on the Reds roster for rookie Lloyd McClendon.
A red.
Well, he puts on that hat and looks like a major league ball player. What about it, Pete? Does he have a good chance?
Well, he can do a lot of things, Johnny. He's a tremendous offensive player, and he plays several positions, like you said, and we're going to give him every opportunity to make our ball club. And I'm sure when our next show comes along, April 3rd from Nashville, we will know whether Lloyd's is a member of the 1987 Cincinnati Reds.
Well, he's got a lot of talent, and, of course, you can't say yet, but we are going to follow him, and he may not make the ball club, and April 3rd, as Pete said, we'll know it. But you also have another rookie, so to speak, in spring
Well, we have a rookie coach by the name of Tony Perez, who is 45 years old, and right after this break, we're going to find out how Tony likes his new duties.
People here love me in Puerto Rico, and everybody know about Tony Perez, the career, and everybody know what Tony Perez did in baseball, and they know my family. Really, you can go on the street and ask for Tony Perez and Tani Perez, and the way they know me here in Puerto Rico.
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times, but you never lost sight of the dream.
I got a telegram for you, Tony.
Okay, thanks, Pops.
Hi, babe. Hey, guess what? I got your call. Yeah? I'm in the majors.
You got a shot, you take it.
What's this, rookie umpire?
You got the heart to make it. You got the fire, that big league desire. You keep on reaching higher. You make America work and this buzz for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste that makes Budweiser the king of beers.
Hi. Compliments from the gentleman over there.
This buzz for you.
It's Ford's in-crowd sale days now at your best quality Ford dealers. Get into huge savings with 3.9% APR financing or up to $600 cash back direct from Ford on new Mustangs, Escorts, and Tempos. Plus, save hundreds more with manufacturers' preferred equipment packages for a total in-crowd savings of between $1,800 and $2,200. Get in with the in-crowd now at your best quality Ford dealers. See your dealer for complete details.
Look at you, there you are. Only you ever thought that you'd make it this far. Talk to us, your gateway to the good things in life. 'Cause we put it all together at Gateway Federal, making life a little better. Your gateway to the good things in life.
Dooley-doo-doo-doo, grilled flounder, I found it at Captain D's. Fresh off the grill, such a delicacy.
Lightly seasoned on a bed of rice.
Green salad, make it nice. A couple of hush puppies, if you please. That's the grilled flounder dinner at Captain D's. Dooley-doo-doo-doo, grilled flounder, I found it. Fresh off the grill, onto your plate. At Captain D's, a great little seafood place. Dooley-doo-doo-doo-doo.
We all know Tony Perez, a great baseball player, the man admired by Cincinnati Reds fans as well as baseball fans all over the country. But there's another side of Tony Perez, the Tony Perez who spends his off-season here on an island where the climate is warm and the living is easy, Puerto Rico.
We have a lot of good friends here, and a lot of good friends. And the people here are so lovely, and really, and they give us, you know, another home, you know, when we left Cuba. And we think of Puerto Rico like a home.
Tony shares his off-season with a very special lady, his wife, Patuca.
Yeah, we've been married for 22 years, and I'm very, very happy 22 years. We met here in Puerto Rico. We met his house, not so far from here.
We're from Cuba. That is the reason that he said that we met.
Yeah, we are both from Cuba. We met in Puerto Rico. We married here in 22 years. February the 20, when I did 22 years. And really, it seems not much because we've been very, very happy.
Tony and Patuca have two sons. Victor goes to Penn University in Philadelphia. Their other son, Eduardo, lives with them, goes to high school in Puerto Rico, and shares some of his father's athletic abilities. Eduardo's specialty this past winter was basketball. Eduardo also is a great baseball player. Until this year, Tony played winter ball in Puerto Rico. But this year, he chose another side of the game. He is trying his hand at broadcasting the games. With Tony becoming a rising TV star on the island, the local TV stations were trying to get him on all sorts of appearances, like this one on a local cooking show.
De Arecibo. Ah, ya tú. Está bien.
Luckily, Tony just watched. He really can't cook at all. Aside from his TV appearances, Tony took it easy the past off season, resting up for spring training and a brand new job.
Every time you have something new, you feel like a rookie. But I don't think it's going to be hard for me because I really think my career being a great career, and I do most everyone I want to do in baseball. And first you have to get along with the players, and I don't think it's going to be hard for me to do because I know most of the guys, and I got a lot of respect for them, and they have a lot of respect for me. And get along with the manager, you know, with Pete and the rest of the coaches, and I don't think I have any problem. And then do my job well. That's something you have to do to be a good coach.
So once again, veteran player Tony Perez is coming into camp as a rookie, and he's starting off on the right track. He knows who's boss.
I don't think it's my job to go and tell Pete what to do because he's the manager and he's been in baseball for so long and he's the one in command.
This is going to be a great year for the Reds and Tony Perez. He's going to be a big help not just to me, but also to the players who really look up to him and respect him. Although the sun is setting on Tony's career as a player, a new career is just beginning, the career of a coach. And I'm sure Tony's going to be one of baseball's best.
Well, Tony certainly is one of our favorite people. He's been around for so long, so many years, meant so much to all of us, and
he's got a lot of fans in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back with the Reds. I'm glad sort of your boss decided to hang on to him. I know you wanted him, but as you say, there are a lot of fans in Cincinnati, and of course, there's one person that seems to care about the fans more than anybody.
Well, Marge certainly does, Johnny. She's very excited about this year's ball club, and she's very excited about doing a lot of promotions for the fans because we are going to have a lot of fans. And Marge will say it, that what is baseball without fans? And that's why she's always trying to be among the fans during the game, down there right with them, watching the game, signing autographs. And she cares, and she's very sincere about wanting to get the Reds back where we had them in the 70s.
Yeah, her toughest choice, though, that she's going to have all year is trying to figure out which dog to bring to the ballpark, either Shotzi or Ziggy.
Hopefully we'll have full houses every night. Well, she won't have the option because we only give her a couple of seats. And if she wants to bring both dogs, she'll have to be upstairs where they don't sell the seats.
We'll be back with Marge right after this message.
Baseball is a big part of America. It's very traditional, but it's still a showbiz. I mean, and the first thing you have to do is get people in the stands.
Give me a light. Ooh, Bud Light. Great game.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Pitcher of light.
Bud Light. So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste, don't just ask for a light beer.
Give me a light.
Ask them to bring out their best.
Bud Light.
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
It's Ford's in-crowd sale days now at your best quality Ford dealers. Get into huge savings with 3.9% APR financing or up to $600 cash back direct from Ford on new Ford Rangers and Bronco 2s. Plus, save hundreds more with manufacturers' preferred equipment packages for a total in-crowd savings of between $1,800 and $2,100. Get in with the in-crowd now at your best quality Ford dealers. See your dealer for complete details.
What gives Slice that extra kick? Juice. We got the juice. We got the blast. We got the taste that no one has. We got the juice. We got the twist. We got the Sprite and 7-Up mix. 10% fruit juices. We got the juice. We got the burst. Slice, slice. We turn the juice to cool your thirst. So nice. We got the juice. Diet too. Slice, slice.
Experience the most luscious sunrise in the world. Hardee's Canadian Sunrise Biscuit. Real Canadian bacon, cheese, farm fresh egg, and hickory smoked bacon on Hardee's made from scratch Rise and Shine biscuit. For a taste so special, it'll brighten your whole day. Hardee's, we're out to win you over.
Hi, I'm Barbara Mandrell, looking for the Visa tag. Here it is on clothes made from Visa, America's Freedom fabric. Made in the USA by Milliken. Quality fabric and so easy to care for. Here's a salad oil stain on Visa and ordinary fabric. Both are dipped into regular detergent. Look, Visa of Dacron releases stains. And needs almost no ironing. So if you love that freedom, look for the Visa tag, America's Freedom fabric.
Johnny and I are staying here at Al Lopez Field in Tampa, Florida with Reds owner Marge Schott. And Marge, the Reds have been training here in Tampa, Florida for so many years.
I think it's 52, isn't it?
52. What's it? That was just a little bit before I started playing.
No, not really.
What's it look like as far as 1988 spring training in Tampa, Florida for the Cincinnati Reds? Can you give us an insight on that?
Well, you know, they had said that we could sign an agreement, but we'd have a 60-day cancellation clause, which is sort of ridiculous, you know. And so we've been looking at different sites. And in fact, we've been looking up at Plant City, which is in the same county as Tampa. Except you guys keep saying nothing ever plants.
That's where they have the Strawberry Festival.
Reds and strawberries forever. That was their slogan. And in fact, the mayor of Tampa here and their Chamber of Commerce, they're very heavy on this because it is the same county. And it's grown and they're getting things in Plant City. I mean, it's not a Tampa, but yet other people complain about the traffic here.
What have they promised you so far? What would you have to have? I don't think they have an existing facility, do they?
No, they're planning to build a brand new facility. They had beautiful plans with 4 practice fields and the tower and whatever we want. And a clubhouse.
John, did you say they do the same thing in Springfield?
Yeah, and they also have dog houses that they have put in kennels. That they have kennel runs.
Are you being serious?
No.
I think I missed something in baseball.
All of a sudden we saw Ziggy Howard. We saw the Speaking of
Ziggy,
Ziggy, that's another promotion coming up. And of course, we want to know what you have planned for the upcoming 87 season.
Well, we're going to have a real exciting. Well, you've got to make it an exciting season, right? It's your fault if it's not.
You.
That's you.
We'll try to live up to our end
All
of the
right,
bargain.
on the field. And off the field, we're planning a lot of things because the dearest thing I feel that Cincinnati Reds have are their fans. I mean, without the fans, what do we have?
Let's take time right now to look at some of the things that Marge has planned for 1987.
This is a season that's gearing up to provide fun and excitement for the fans of the Cincinnati Reds. Starting off with opening day, of course, and hopes of breaking last year's record crowds.
Opening day is a special thing in Cincinnati. It's kind of tradition with the Finley Market Parade and everything, and so I think it'll be very special this year, too.
And with the new season comes a new Cincinnati Reds slogan.
This year we have, our slogan is Rally Round Our Reds, because I think that's important. It means a lot to the team, and you know, they always play better when there's more people in the stands. And so this year we're going to rally around our Reds, and then we expect them to do something for us.
To Marge Schott, the fans are a #1 priority. Those are the people she wants to reach by trying new marketing strategies, a new slogan, and even a new gift shop.
Well, the location of the 580 gift shop was very difficult for out-of-town people to find, and you'd say, you know, go buy your Shotzi hat or whatever, and they'd say, where is the 580 gift shop? So we start looking around for a location that was more familiar, and we're really moving up in town now. We're going to the Hyatt Regency, and we'll be at the Hyatt Regency, and I think people from out of town, it'll be easier for them to find, and also the convention people that come in town will be able to go to the gift shop, and it's really going to be a beautiful shop. It really is.
One of the main attractions in the new gift shop will be a section of the actual seats from the old Crosley Field. Found in the basement of Riverfront Stadium, Marge took the seats to her Buick dealership body shop for total refurbishing.
Well, not only display, they're going to be a seating area for the customers, and I just think it's tremendous that they're the original seats from Crosley Field.
The Crosley Field seats in the new gift shop is Marge's way of keeping some of the tradition associated with baseball. But when it comes to marketing, you have to consider more than tradition.
Baseball is a big part of America. It's very traditional, but it's still a showbiz. I mean, and the first thing you have to do is get people in the stands, and it's very important for us because people in the stands is our big thing, and you have to make people want to come into the stands, and that's what marketing's all about, you know, is to get people to want to come to the game.
And getting the fans in the stands in a showbiz way was the plan for this ticket commercial. However, it didn't quite turn out that way.
Okay? All right. We're at spring training getting ready for a great season. So rally round our Reds this year.
You mean it's too slow for two? That's all you remember was two.
So rally round our Reds this year, too. That sounds stupid. Right now, he's serious, Pete.
Ziggy, come here and bite Mommy. I'm ready.
Just don't, Pete.
I know.
We're at...
Wait a minute. Wait.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Where are we at? We're in spring training. That's a cue. Hey, John, answer where we at. Just say we're in spring training now. Get your Reds tickets now. It's family fun for everyone.
Even Shotzi's getting her new baby ready.
It's not a dog, it's a ham.
You want? Look at this. You want Uncle Pete?
That's a ham. That's
you want
not a
Uncle
dog.
Pete? Right on cue. Come on.
And that's a keeper.
That's a keeper. Rah.
And speaking of showbiz, there's a new member in Shotzi's family that's going to help out this year. For this puppy, showbiz started early, and the first order of business being included in the new Cincinnati Reds yearbook.
All right, let's put this in the yearbook. Story number 2186. This new member of the Reds needs a number 1/2. Needs a name. Siggy Schott. Siggy was born back in December. Very famous dog mom.
John, here's a picture you wanted for the yearbook.
Great. Siggy, it's official. You're in the yearbook.
Getting this photo wasn't as easy as it looked, but Siggy is a survivor. Shotzi's only surviving puppy, he has conquered numerous medical problems with the kind of spunk that makes him a winner. As Shotzi's assistant and heir apparent to the position of mascot, Siggy's winning spirit will be around for a long time. But even a rookie needs a rest after a hard day's workout. The next order of business for Siggy, an appearance at spring training. Once again, he was the star.
Where is Pete? He's over there. Where? Ask about him, now you got him.
Here's Ziggy Wall. Look how cute this dog is. Come here, Zig.
Hey, Zig. Come over here to Uncle Pete.
He fit right in with the players and even picked up a new baseball habit.
Brilliant dog. Chewing tobacco.
He wants to chew tobacco.
Oh, he's not chewing tobacco, is he?
Only 3 months old, Siggy is now an old hand at this showbiz stuff. The fans love him, and like Marge Schott, he loves the fans. With Shotzi and Siggy by her side, Marge Schott is determined to make this a great year for Cincinnati Reds fans with promotional events, a new gift shop, and most importantly, by letting you know the Cincinnati Reds care about you.
You have to let people know that you care about them, and that when they come, they're going to have a good time and they're going to be entertained. But we're looking forward to a very good year.
We'll have to find out some way to get the scores because the National League West is going to be your biggest problem, I should say, coming up for this 1987 season. And we'll be back right after this message to talk a little bit about the National League race.
You know, last year they got a great taste of winning, the winning attitude, and coming so close to getting into the World Series. I think that would be the motivation standpoint from us.
Look at you, there you are. Only you ever thought that you'd make it this far. Talk to us, your gateway to the good things in life. 'Cause we put it all together at Gateway Federal, making life a little better. Your gateway to the good things in life.
C&J High Performance Centers. The people with everything you need to customize your ride. Krager, Covercraft, GTS, Mangle, unreal price. Chrome and gold modular start at $25. Dress it up chrome valve covers only $19. Engine dress up kits start at $39. Lakewood engine stands only $69. Wyand and Edelbrock manifolds start at $69.
C&J.
For all your custom and performance parts and engines.
C&J. The high performance.
Mentality, but I have a taste for originality, individuality, reality. Others have a monotonous personality, but I have a taste for originality.
Bad day?
Yeah, the boss flew up at me.
Shoo-doo-doo. Four guys rushing through the rush hour crowd, taking breakfast by the hand, by the hand. It's a fresh, hot way to start the day for a hungry four-piece band. By the hand. McMuffins fresh and hot, or biscuits golden brown. Breakfast from McDonald's, what a way to get around, round.
You're on, guys.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. Breakfast by the hand.
It's Ford's in-crowd sale days, now at your best quality Ford dealers. Get into huge savings with 3.9% APR financing or up to $600 cash back direct from Ford on new Mustangs, Escorts, and Tempos. Plus, save hundreds more with manufacturers' preferred equipment packages for a total in-crowd savings of between $1,800 and $2,200. Get in with the in-crowd now at your best quality Ford dealers. See your dealer for complete details.
Pete, the ball club got off to really a slow start last year, and you left spring training in great shape. And I know you're not going to change a lot of things, but your ball club this year is picked to win it. Is that good for you or bad for you?
Well, I like that, Johnny, because that tells me that other people think we got good players, and I think if other people are trying to convince people we got good players, the players will think they're good, and the players will expect to win. And I don't think it puts any pressure on anybody. I wish Eric Davis was MVP, or I wish Dave Parker would win the home run championship. I wish that Johnny Franco was reliever of the year, or Tom Browning could win 20 games. Because when people are talking good about your players, I think in our case it's justified, because our players proved themselves last year that they could compete at the big league level and compete at a high level. Eric Davis, Cal Daniels, Larkin, Stillwell, Tracy Jones, Rob Murphy, Ron Robinson, people like this, they all did well last year, and I think they're going to build on because of the way they played in 1986. And if it puts pressure on them, I'm glad, because I think you'll agree, because you played the game the same way, that you want players who can stand pressure, because good players thrive on pressure.
Yeah, and I think the publicity actually makes you go out there and take a little more pride in what you're doing.
That's absolutely right.
And you look at yourself. But a lot of talk about Eric Davis this year, and it's unbelievable what people are putting the numbers up. Are you going to try to tell him anything special about forget those big numbers, or go ahead?
I'll tell you exactly what I told him, and I told him this at a team meeting in front of all the players, and I was talking about some other players, and I said, Eric, I said, you can be as good a ball player as you want to be. You can make as much money in this game as you want to make. In other words, that old cliche, the ball is in your court. And there's a lot of players in this ball club that are under the same description as Eric Davis. You know, I was very fortunate to play with guys like Johnny Bench and Tony Perez and Joe Morgan and Mike Schmidt and Andre Dawson and Tim Raines. And it's nothing disrespectful to any of you fellas, because you're all Hall of Famers. But it's been a long time since I've seen a guy come along that legitimately can hit fourth and lead the league in stolen bases, and that describes Eric Davis's talents. I think the same holds true for a guy like Cal Daniels or a guy like Barry Larkin. I mean, they have all the tools, you know, just to be tremendous baseball players.
I think the one guy, though, of course, you need another big year from is going to take a lot of pressure off the whole ball club, and you're depending on that. I don't think you have to worry about him, Dave Parker.
Well, I think Dave is in tip-top shape. I think he's as lean as he's ever been since I've been here at Cincinnati, and he just keeps going, and he's the type of guy, you just put his name in the lineup every day, the first name, you're right in there, and he plays as hard as anybody, and he plays more often than anybody, and if you were a manager, you'd understand what I'm saying. I think you do anyway, but if you had 3 or 4 Dave Parkers, you could just sit back and relax like Sparky does.
That's right, and look smart. Your pitching staff now is unset in a few starting positions,
yeah, right.
let's say.
Well, we have a question mark. We're trying to bring Mario Soto along, and anytime you have a guy that had surgery in the off season, you have to bring him along at his pace. And I might add, and I think you'll agree that his frame of mind is tremendous. Since he reported to spring training, he's working awful hard. He's in tip-top shape. You got Brown, you got Power, you got Gullicks, and we got a kid named Norm Charlton who really looks good in spring training. Another kid named Pat Pasillo. Well, when I say kids, they're 23 and 24 years old, so they're knocking at the door. They're knocking at the door for the big leagues. And of course, you got a guy named Jeff Gray and a Rob Dibble, who's a big, reminds me of Charlie Kerfeld from Houston.
And
so
you got Hoffman in that
Hoffman, he looked good. He's looking good. He's in good shape, and it's for a pitching staff supposedly having a lot of question marks. I can see where that's going to be the toughest decisions we have to make is picking the right guys.
You made the decision on Robinson?
I'm going to leave him right where he is unless everyone would fail. Because Ron's real comfortable pitching as set-up man to Johnny Franco, and we got someone to take his spot in the 5th and 6th inning in Frankie Williams. Yeah. And, of course, Rob Murphy was unhittable the second half of the season last year. And, you know, my philosophy, Johnny, is if a guy's successful doing something, leave him alone until he proves he needs to change, like in Ted Power's case in 1986. I mean, he was successful in 85 as a starter, and last year he couldn't get anybody out the first couple months, and you put him in the rotation, and he looks like Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, he's had a great year, and of course it's going to be a very tough West, and the tough West is talked about a little bit by Bill Burgess, the general manager of the Reds. Let's listen to what he has to say. Let's look at the West for just a moment, and actually the clubs that seem like they are going to be the top contenders, and that may be the Giants or Houston, or you may have a sleeper that you want to talk about.
Well, John, I've always been brought up under the assumption that the champion is always the champion until somebody beats him. So I'd have to say we still have to fear Houston, #1. The Giants were a greatly improved club a year ago. I think with another year under their belt, they can be a further improved club. So I'd say those 2 clubs are the ones that I personally fear the most. I don't know about the Dodgers. If the Dodgers, if everything falls into place for them, they can be tough again. But they've had so many injuries, I have to wait and see how they come out of those.
What about the free agents? The ball club, any ball club could sign one and make quite a bit of change, especially San Diego or Atlanta if they got a Dawson or a Raines or something like that. I don't think it would change the whole system, but at least it would add a little bit more threat to them.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that gets a Dawson or a Raines, and I guess a Lance Parrish should be put in that category, that's going to drastically improve their club. But if what I am reading in the papers and what I'm hearing on different television, radio shows is true, it looks to me like the owners are all in earnest about tightening up their belts and not going to just be too easy to be giving out these long-term million-plus contracts.
You had that kind of spring when you had to renew some contracts and you had to negotiate until the 11th hour.
Yes, we did, John, but I think we came out of that pretty good. I mean by that, I wish we could have come out even better, but I think the ball players, especially when you're going for a championship, and we really are, we may not be able to win it, but at least we're going to be in contention, and I want to have a happy ball club, and I want to be in the position of the Reds treating our players at least fairly. They didn't get everything they wanted, but I think we treated them fairly, and I think they understand that.
Hey, give me a light. Bud Light.
If you just ask for a light beer, you never know what you'll get.
Give me a light. Bud Light.
So if you want the less filling light beer with the first name and taste,
shiny car.
Don't just ask for a light beer.
Can I have a light?
Ask them to bring out their best.
No. Bud Light?
Bud Light. Because everything else is just a light.
Firefly.
Going to decorate your deck or patio? Well, don't miss Watson's incredible free giveaway on outdoor furniture. Watson's has an overabundance of new 1987 designs, so you can save 40% off and get a matching umbrella free. For example, a 5-piece Almond set for $269 with the matching umbrella free. Or this 5-piece Winston set for $599 and this matching umbrella free. Choose from Winston, Malin, Rover Garden, Almet, or Homecrest and get 40% off and the matching umbrellas free. All from Watson's.
Hi, I'm Gentleman Jim Saddles, America's #1 Suzuki dealer. I have a few 86 model LT 185 quad runners left, and Gentleman Jim's on Coleraine is featuring right on the money open house the entire month of March with special right on the money rebates on selected quads. LT 185s was $16.89, now $13.99 or $10.85 per week. On the spot financing, 90 days same as cash, no down payment, plus Suzuki's own finance plan. Gentleman Jim's on Coleraine, just south of Garbuth. If you snooze, you lose.
It's Ford's in-crowd sale days now at your best quality Ford dealers. Get into huge savings with 3.9% APR financing or up to $600 cash back direct from Ford on new Ford Rangers and Bronco 2s. Plus, save hundreds more with manufacturers' preferred equipment packages for a total in-crowd savings of between $1,800 and $2,100. Get in with the in-crowd now at your best quality Ford dealers. See your dealer for complete details.
Tonight's show has been brought to you by Bud Light, the light beer with a first name in taste. Everything else is just a light. And by your best quality Ford dealers who invite you to test drive America's best built cars and trucks 6 years running. And by Gateway Federal. See our ad in Wednesday's paper and bank with the people you know.
Pete, the teams you're going to have to beat. Let's face it, let's just start. The champion is still the champion, as Bill said, until he's dethroned, and that's the Houston Astros. And the ball club has not made a lot of changes, and if anything, Ryan's arm is questionable.
Well, I think they have some question marks. I think every team in both divisions has question marks. Jim Deshaies had a great year last year, but he's going to be a second-year player this year. Bob Nepper won one game the last 6 weeks of the season. Bass had an incredible year. Davis had an incredible year. And Doran, are they going to be mad because of the contract squabbles they had with Dick Wagner? We don't know, but I agree with you that you always have to respect the team who win the year before because they earn that respect. Until you dethrone them, they earn that respect.
I think any time that you win a division, I don't think that, I think that you can make some trades. Again, I don't know if we're going to stand pack through spring training until the regular season start. We might be making some trades if we feel that we can strengthen our ball club. But, I don't think that we need a major overhaul because we have so many fine young ball players and we had such a good year last year and we have different people who can play so many different positions. So, hopefully we won't have to make too many trades.
I'd have to say the Reds are pretty good contention this year. I think Barry Larkin's going to make a big difference in the ball club. And, they have a lot of young talent over there just about to bud, just like we had, I think, last year, myself, Glenn, and Billy Hatcher and Billy Dorn.
I think I established myself last year as a setup man for Dave Smith, and this year I want to prove to Hal that he doesn't got to go to Dave all the time, that he can split up the time between me and Dave evenly, and I believe in the long run that, I will take over that job, whether it be this year or next year.
We spent quite a bit of time as a front office staff this winter talking to other clubs that won a division or won a World Series but weren't successful the year after and asking them why. The number one reason was the distractions, the things away from the field, and whether it was the media, whether it was invitations from golf tournaments or things like that. And the thing that Hal has asked the people to do is to just concentrate when you're on the field, do the things that you're asked to do, work hard every day at practice, and be ready when the season starts on April 6th.
Really, I like to again, work on those mechanics, get them down again when I leave camp, but just maintain that mechanical edge throughout the entire season and just be a little more consistent.
I think everybody realized we got to work hard and to repeat this year, so every team in the league is improved, so we got to work hard and try to stay on top.
You should dwell on it's hard to repeat, not that much, because I don't want to get it into their idea that they can't repeat, because I feel very good about the 87 season coming up, and I think you have to tell them, how hard it is to repeat, and some of the things that maybe we didn't do quite as well in 86 that we have to continue to do well in 87 to to win the Western Division again.
I'm sure we got a little more confidence, and everybody's looking forward to the season. You know, it's been a long time since someone repeated, and we're looking at that as a challenge, and hopefully we can do something about it.
If last year's the best year I ever have, it'd probably be it'll be a good memory for me, but I'm still going to try to improve on some things, and if the results are as good, then fine. If not, then I'll just know that I tried.
The biggest threat in the West, boy, that's real tough. I think talent-wise, it's a fairly balanced division. The Dodgers, their pitching are going to be tough, and if the Reds' pitching staff holds up with all the good young players, Eric Davis and Larkin and some of those guys, they're going to be real tough.
I think the ball players, liked last year, and they got a taste of winning, like I said before, and I think that, they came so close to, getting that ultimate goal. I think that's what they'll be striving for this year.
In Frisco, they had a tremendous 1986 until September. And don't forget, they had a rookie manager, a great baseball man, Roger Craig, but it was his first year as a manager in the West. So they're going to learn as far as what it takes to play good in September to stay in the race.
I think Cincinnati is going to really be tough. They have a lot of young talent, as we do. If their pitching comes around, they're going to be tough. Houston's going to be extremely tough. If Guerrero comes around, the Dodgers are right in there. But we're going to be tough, too. We've got a good ball club. We made some giant strides last year, and we're not content. Last year is gone. We want to get better.
Tommy Lasorda at the Dodger helm. I mean, the Dodgers are such a great organization, you have to think they're going to bounce back. And I'll even go further than that. San Diego, I have to believe that they're going to play with a lot more heart this year with the direction of Larry Boa, because Larry Boa is a very aggressive player. And he can go down to Atlanta, and I always worry about Atlanta because of Chuck Tanner. I mean, I think Chuck Tanner knows as much as any two managers in baseball. And when you got a Dale Murphy and people like that, you have to always consider a team like that. I guess what I'm saying in a roundabout way is a lot harder to pick the Western Division winner than it is the Eastern Division winner. If I asked you who you like in the East, you'd say the Mets. And if I asked you who you'd like in the West, you may say Frisco, you may say the Reds, or you might say this, or he might say someone else. So we ought to have a very competitive division, and that makes for exciting baseball for the fans, and that's what we're trying to do.
Your ball club can win it, though.
We can win it. We can be very competitive, and we can win it. If you have the right years from the right players, stay away from major injuries to key players, and just have the guys do what they're capable of doing, no more, no less. And you know how it was with the Big Red Machine. You know, all you did is went out there and Golden Glove. You were the Golden Glove catcher, get 100 RBIs, hit your 35 to 40 home runs. All I did is get my 200 hits, score 100 runs. Morgan stole his bases, knocked in his runs. Perez knocked in his runs. We all know what our job was, and we did it on a daily basis. And that's all I try to get my players to do is realize, first of all, what they can do and what they can't do, and just do the things they can do on a daily basis.
Well, there you have it, a pretty good synopsis of what the Cincinnati Reds are going to be this year. A lot of competition, a lot of good athletes, and should be a lot of offense. And Pete, well, May 15th is the first time you can come back on.
I tell you, John, you know, we're not near the Big Red Machine, obviously, but I think this year's edition of the Cincinnati Reds is going to be a very, very entertaining team to watch. And you know, I know you understand what I'm saying, because you just hit it. We're going to have some offense. We're going to have some great defense. We're going to have enough speed. We're going to have enough excitement as far as running the bases. We got some personality, and we got enough flamboyancy in our pitching staff. So it ought to be an interesting year. And if things work out and we stay injury-free, and the right guys have the right years, we'll be very competitive.
Well, there you have it. Opening day, not too far away.
And good luck to you in your new job, too. I know you'll be a great commentator, because the reason I know this is because you know baseball. And another reason I know you're a great anticipator of what's going to happen in baseball. And you come down and see me the first game, and I'll tell you what the signs are, so people will think you're a genius sitting up there knowing every time we steal a base or hitting a run. Right. The guy missed 9 straight signs, and Joe come down and chewed me out.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed our show. We look forward for you to join us again on April 3rd when we'll come from Nashville, and you can check back on Lloyd McClendon, see how his progress is doing, and of course, that's just before the first preseason game that we'll be doing.
You gonna sing for us that day?
I may have to sing if they get some country music down there for me.
I bet we can find some down there.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you April 3rd.
The the Johnny and Pete Show. Join us again next month for our show from Nashville.